I want to introduce you to the Hurricane Hunters, an elite squadron of personnel utilizing 13 planes that help obtain data from the tropical systems, whether it be a depression or hurricane, to determine where the storms may go over time. We start out with the NOAA Hurricane Hunters and their P-3 Orion aircraft. Great names for these planes, Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog. Yep, that's their nicknames for these two planes. These planes fly missions right into the center of the storm, ranging from 1,500 feet to 10,000 feet off the ocean surface. They can do missions just like the Air Force Hurricane Hunters do, gathering wind speed data, but they also have a lot of cool tools for research. Up front, the gust probe sticking out into the wind. It's measuring the speed and direction of the winds within the hurricane as it flies through it. On the bottom of the plane, a weather radar, giving us a look at how the hurricane is structured. Is it producing heavy rainfall, ingesting dry air? Is it circular and symmetric? This radar helps give that look into the storm we need. And on the back, a tail radar. This radar can actually look at the towers of the storm. Are they growing or weakening with time? This plane really helps with the intensity forecasting of the storms over time. Then the heavy lifters, 10 of these planes in our fleet. It's the Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunters, WC-130J aircraft. They're going in and out of the eye of the storm several times during their 12-hour mission. They actually use their nose radar to determine where they're going. So imagine flying into a massive Category 5 hurricane with blinding rain, only using that radar to determine where you are. Now, once they're in the storm, the men and women of the Air Force Hurricane Hunters can start their job, determining how strong the winds are and where the center of circulation is. They use the SFMR instrument mounted under the wing. It's a microwave instrument that looks at the roughness of the ocean, determining how strong the surface winds are in that storm. A really cool plane. All right, finally, I want to introduce you to Gonzo, the NOAA Gulfstream G4 jet. Now, this plane doesn't fly into the storm, but above it to sample the environment above and around the storm itself. Is dry air likely to entrain into the center down the line? Could wind shear become a factor? This plane determines all that by utilizing these instruments known as drop zones. They release them from the plane and they drift down to the ocean surface, recording temperature, humidity, wind speed, and direction. This helps with intensity forecasts of the storm down the line. The fleet of 13 Hurricane Hunter aircraft, an essential component to hurricane forecasts all year long.